Wow, everybody. Maggie and I are really in shock with the end of Survivor Series. Sheamus, well, the match was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. And it ended really abruptly with, of course, Roman Reigns winning. And then we thought that was the end of it. Then Triple H came out to congratulate Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns speared him. And then all of a sudden, Sheamus came out to cash in Money in the Bank. And then he bro-kicked, Sheamus came in and bro-kicked Roman Reigns to cash in Money in the Bank. And then he wanted to pin him, and then Roman Reigns kicked out. And then, Lily Garcia said Sheamus is cashing his Money in the Bank. And then they went a little further, and then, lo and behold, Sheamus pinned Roman Reigns and is now the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Holy shit. I did not see that coming, because earlier, I'm going to go back to review the whole SummerSlam thing. Earlier, they had Sheamus come out for, and he was part of a Survivor Series match just as comic relief, kind of. So I didn't even think about him cashing Money in the Bank. I never thought of it. Because I know the WWE's trying to shove Roman Reigns down everyone's throats like they always do. But I was really shocked by that. That was a holy shit moment. That was really good. So, Sheamus cashes in his Money in the Bank at the end of Survivor Series to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now let's go on to review of the rest of the Survivor Series. First of all, I agree with Tony. There wasn't much build-up to that except for 25 years of The Undertaker, because I remember in 1990, November 22nd, 1990, seeing it in Fort Bragg. I rented on VHS and seeing The Undertaker, the debut of The Undertaker, and that blew me away. Especially him walking the top rope and stuff. That was awesome. And then they call it the Thanksgiving tradition. They've been calling that for I don't know how long, for a long time. And I remember renting in Germany, renting the 88 one. I thought that was the very first one. And then a couple months later, I found the 87 one, 87 Survivor Series. I gotta be honest, 87 Survivor Series, the very first Survivor Series, sucked really bad. It was awful. But after that, it was pretty good. I want to tell you what I think of this one. And I said Thanksgiving Day tradition, which is pretty cool because it links in with Thanksgiving, which is going to be this Thursday. And basically, the opening match kind of surprised me because the Dudley Boys were in the opening of the pre-show match. They weren't in the main pay-per-view. That really surprised me. And the other big surprise on that one was the return of Goldust, which was really cool. Because Stardust was on the opposite scene. So hopefully they do that Goldust Stardust thing again, because I thought that was interesting. Huh, Maggie? Yeah, she's creeping. She's sleeping while you're creeping. She's my diva. And then after that, they had Lillian Garcia sing the Star Spangled National Anthem, which was awesome. Because I think they should start every pay-per-view with the National Anthem, and there was much hype security because of the threats from ISIS for this pay-per-view, which they should have that all the time because it's still a main event, a major a gathering event of people, And like I said, one of the biggest problems, though, still this time, was it looked cheap. Except for The Undertaker's great entrance. They did a little more for that. But, pretty much still, it looks like a regular episode of Raw or SmackDown. It's supposed to be a pay-per-view. They got the Titantron. The Titantron wasn't anything special. And they had little digital displays around the top of the ring that says Survivor Series. And, the skirting around the ring says Survivor. And that's about it. Besides that, and the ring ropes were all white. Besides that, you can usually say it would be like a Raw or SmackDown look to it, And, the first match wasn't too bad. It was Bertel Del Rio and Roman. I don't want to give away I gave away the spoiler about Sheamus, but that's a big deal. The first match was pretty decent. Most of the match was pretty. I liked that Classic Survivor Series. The Classic Survivor Series was also the pre-show, and then they had one involving New Day and Sheamus and Wade Barrett. And like I said, Sheamus was pretty much. I like how they underplayed Sheamus and made him look like it's more for comic relief. I like what they did with that, so you weren't really suspecting that he would cash in the Money in the Bank thing, because I didn't even think about it. And I was kind of blown away, because I thought, well, there you go again. They're forcing Roman Reigns down by his throat, and they cash in the Money in the Bank. Lots of suicide dives, like 3 or 4. I mean, that's getting. I mean, and the one thing I hate to bash the wrestlers, but a lot of times it seems like the wrestlers pretty much doing the same old shit. And I know they bust their asses, but I mean, the matches were a little average or above average, with the ending being great. Ending of the pay per view. The only two wrestlers really seemed to really do anything really super different, especially were Paige and Charlotte. And that was a great match, that Divas match. I was really surprised on Raw when they had about a week ago when the main thing was this Divas contract sign. That surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that. And then, like I said, I liked the humor with New Day, Shamus, and Wade Barrett on that classic Survivor Series match against the other guys. And then that Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler match, that was a weak one. And then I thought that the Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker, Kane, and the Wyatt family was going to be the main event. But now it makes sense why the Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose one was the main event, because Undertaker and Kane match was second to last against the Wyatt family. And that match was all right. I mean, it was still cool seeing the Undertaker do the same stuff. And the crowd was saying, "You still got it," and he still has it. I mean, it ain't going anywhere, and he did a great job. You know, the match was only average, you know. And then the right before the ending, the part where the pin happened, there was a part where they were both laying on the ground and the White, and you knew exactly what was going to happen if you watched the Undertaker and stuff. But the announcers act like it was a Survivor Series moment, but I don't know. But the ending of the match with Sheamus cashing Money in the Bank, that was the main thing. That was awesome. And because of that, I'd probably give that, the pay-per-view was decent enough. I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I was going to say 7, but because of Sheamus surprisingly cashing Money in the Bank, I did not expect that. Maybe I was just, I don't know, I was just thinking they were going to have forced Roman Reigns down everyone's throat. And then it ended it still ended like 15 minutes early, but I thought it was going to end like 20 minutes early, and then all that stuff happened with Triple H coming out and stuff, which was really cool. I like that. So I hope you like this video. Until next time, bye, please take care of my Legion.